Good morning, everybody. This is Michelle of Independent Fiber Farmer. This is episode 16. Yes, I have a sticky note. I'm a bit scatterbrained today. This is episode 16, July 31st, 2023. It's going to be a quick one because I have so much going on with the gardening, and we're going to take an unscheduled trip, because I didn't have enough to do. So, yeah, my birthday's coming up, and so we're going to be leaving for West Virginia here in about a day or two. I have a twin, a male, so, we're not identical. I haven't spent a birthday with them since I was 18. I went in the service, and he went his way, and so we really haven't spent an actual birthday together since we were 18 and left home. So we're going to attempt to do that this year. It's been a few years since I was 18. Like I said, growing old, it's not a thing I worry about it. So yeah, we're going to be 48 this year. It's been a few years. We talk to each other and we visit each other, but never on our birthday. So this will be. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's been a while. So, plus I get to see my other brother and my sister-in-law, my nieces and nephews, and my mother's coming up. So, almost the whole family. I swear this is about knitting and crocheting. And sewing. Like I said, this is Michelle Rum. I am Michelle Rum, Independent Fiber Farmer. And I am just trying to get my stuff together this week. Episode 16. And this week alone, I've had to process green beans and carrots and onions and broccoli. And in the middle of all of it, we had a huge heat wave that lasted 3 days. I know people in Florida are going, "Aw." No, really. When your house isn't equipped with air conditioning, it's a problem. So for 3 days, there was no way I was processing anything in this house. That being said, I've caught up. I have blanched all the vegetables, and they are in the freezer. We do plan on freeze drying them, but that puts out heat also as it's drying the stuff. So no additional heat's going on in this house until fall. So they've been blanched and put in the freezer to be freeze dried later. Say that real fast. But I have been doing stuff, and after this video is done, I will go down to my wool studio and show you what I have been doing down there. Get my stuff together here today. Okay. I've kind of been all over the place this last month, in between the weather and the harvesting, and out of the blue deciding to go on this trip. My animals, animals can pick up when you're getting ready to leave. They can pick up that sense, and although I've never left mine, they act as if I have. So they're literally like, okay, I have Ranger right here, Maverick's back there, and I'm sure Sweet Pea's at the door, which I closed, hoping to keep the animals down, but I am in a room full of animals. Hopefully they behave. I'm like this real fast so they don't misbehave. But my Mavi, he's rocking my chair. He's so big he doesn't realize he hits things. Okay, so last time I had shown you a top-down double crochet raglan sweater, I believe I called it. I don't have a pattern. I've made this a few times. Like I said, I am trying to use up everything on my shelf without buying new. Okay, so let me see if I can't get this back here. Now, I still have to do the collar. I haven't done the collar, and I'm going to do that in the dark brown. I still have a little bit of this variegated left over. I want to make like a kangaroo pocket, I'm thinking. A lined kangaroo pocket that you can, put your cell phone in and stuff. I think. Now the sleeves are not done. They're going to get longer. My husband's arms are not that short. Um, yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more of the, oh, why did I stop in the middle of the road? I'm going to do this in dark brown, the rest of it with a cuff, but this is what I've gotten done so far. And it is different. It will be an outside work sweater, and it is all acrylic. So throw it in the washer and dryer and go. Or line dry it if you want. And I just did your simple basic band at the bottom. So, oh, let me get my dog. Abby, come here. He's a big old galoot. I may have to get up and let him out. It's kind of a small room, and he is irrelevant of his size. He has no idea. He was raised, like I said, with Chihuahuas. So he thinks he can fit wherever a Chihuahua goes. So he's always often hitting chairs and knocking on walls. And, you know, he doesn't mean to. He doesn't understand how big he is, huh? So, yeah, I may have to let him out soon. But next video, this should be done. And this will be a neutral sweater, like I said. It will go in the work sweater pile during fall if we go out and rake leaves, mow the grass, repot plants, feed the chickens. You know, this is something we both could just grab. Now, it will be bigger on, I know you're thinking, how big is your husband? It fits my husband perfectly. It is big on me. So, which is fine. I don't mind big because I probably have a few layers on. So I need the extra room in the outer layer. And I like baggy sometimes, so hopefully that. This is Line Brand acrylic, Walmart brand. I will try to sit down and write down the dimensions that I started with. Try to explain it more when it's finished. But there's that. I'm going to talk faster. My animals are going to start acting up. Now, a few months ago, I had ordered this online. Like I said, I hate ordering online because you can't really tell the color or the texture. Even though they do a very accurate description on the yarn, it is hard. It is very hard to get the actual. Okay, online, like, okay, it is darker than what you're seeing here. This looked like a hot pink. And I thought, wouldn't that be fun? It's more of a fuchsia pink. And this is Superwash Merino Bulky, and they're calling it a magenta. So, you know, everyone to their colors. And this is a number 5, super bulky. And I had like 8 of these. I don't hate it. It's super soft, and I could tell that it would, if you snag it, like you can snag a strand, and then you can't pull it back through with a hook to fix it. So it's not a sweater you would do chores in or wear for everyday use. It's more of something you would use for special occasions. Going out to dinner, a wedding, vacation, you know, something that doesn't get a whole lot of wear but looks super nice. And it is 0 itch factor. So it's super soft, super drapey, but it's not the type that holds its structure. Like the sweater, if you hold it up, it would like sag in the middle. It would not hold its structure. So it's not super durable, but I don't know who made this. By Craftsy. That's about all it said. Oh, right here. Cloudborne Fibers. And I picked it because I've purchased their fibers before, and I am really happy with their fibers. But this is just a bit too lofty for me. But that being said, I have this one and a little ball left. But I tried to make, let me get this here. I tried to make a boxy sweater. So yeah, it does look short, but I'm short. I'm super short. So I'm 5'1", maybe 5'2" on a good hair day. So this actually sits at the top of my pockets on my pants. So just below the waistline at the top of my pockets. And because this is boxy and loose fitting, of course I'm going to be wearing something under this. Now this is super wash, so you should be able to throw this in the washer and dryer on gentle. But because the fiber snags and is very loosely spun, I probably would just maybe do a delicate, extremely small delicate load. But then I would take it out after it's spun and lay it flat to dry. I just would. Or you can hand wash it. But now I have not blocked this, so everything looks like it doesn't fit. There we go. It's a balloony sleeve. Like I said, I haven't pulled, that's where if you see that line, that's where in the round, was. And I can block that out. But I did a little ribbed cuff. It's a very boxy sweater with a balloon sleeve, so more of a dressier, casual, wear to a restaurant type of thing. But again, it's not really my color, but so I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet. Like I said, I'll block this out. This should block longer and take the puckering out of that sleeve. So a very, very loose fitting. I don't know, maybe a niece might want it, or maybe I'll like it when it's blocked. It's not that I don't like it. I don't care for the color. It's not the color I thought it was. Pretty particular. If I have a project in mind or something I want to do, and I buy the color and that's not what it is, then I just can't get on board. But I already bought it. I did not want to waste it. So, like I said, I have enough to do probably a matchy hat. And then that would make it definitely a fall, winter thing. But, yeah, I just did 2 rectangles. And then I sewn them together. Or no, I picked up, I think, 15 or 18 stitches in the stockinette for the shoulder area. Left an opening for the neck. And I picked up those and did a 2x2 rib for the neck. I want to say there's 66 stitches I picked up for the sleeve. So plenty of room. And I picked up 66 stitches and just stitched, just did regular knitting until it was long enough. And then I gave it a cuff. Now the cuff's not super tight, but the sleeve's never going to go over my wrist because I made the sleeve short. But there's that. Oh, for the bottom, what I do? Oh, I did a very basic bottom. It's not going to curl once I block this. Like I said, I just got done. I have not blocked it, but I did get 5 more skeins off my shelf. So, just your basic. But like I said, I have just enough, I think, to do a hat with that. There's 109 yards per skein, and I have this one and a little ball left. I'm sure there's enough to do the matchy hat. But like I said, 5 more skeins, woohoo, off the shelf. But then I went on Pinterest. I know, I'm sorry, not sorry. Because my niece was making these shorts. Now these, it's not the same style of shorts that I made. I think she's making more of a, it looked like a blousey, or a culottes. Do you know what that is? Am I saying how old I am? Culottes, but in a short version. I could be wrong. I hope she has them done when I go down there to see her in a couple days. And I will take these. These are just a beach cover-up. They look big because they're flat. And again, I haven't blocked these, so nothing's laying flat. I'm really pushing the limit on my time. After we come back from West Virginia to see my brother, my brothers, after we get back, 3 weeks after that, we're going on our family vacation for the year to Ocean City, Maryland, which we found is perfect in September. A lot of the tourists have gone back to their homes, and it's not ungodly hot. So that's when we like to go. But we're doing the camping thing on the beach, and so I thought a beach cover-up. Now I made these shorts. This is like baby yarn. I call it baby yarn. You know, the big skeins of baby yarn. My grandma, I had inherited some yarn from her, and she had a crap load of this baby blues, and I had this white and this green, and she would make bonnets and sweaters and diaper covers and stuff for people who were having babies. When my kids were little, they did that. They don't do that now. In fact, a lot of the younger generation have no idea how special it is to receive one of those. Maybe it'll come back. I love receiving handmade stuff. I am fully appreciative, but that being said, now these took me a week, okay, because it's very open. It took me a week of nighttime nighttime crocheting, and on Pinterest there are tons of what do they call this? Granny square shorts. It's like 3/4 of a granny square. Can you see? There, and then there, and then there's another. And you make two, sign them together, and I did that. But I still had some left over, and because I am trying to use up the yarn. I'm so trying. I said, well, I'll make a tank top, right? Because, you know, who doesn't like a tank top? So I went in my bedroom drawer and grabbed a tank top that fit the way I like. So you're virtually just making a tube top, and you want to make sure it's loose fitting enough to go, you know, pull it up over your arms. Okay. I said this has not been blocked, so right now the stitches are not relaxed. And then I just I crocheted. I think this is. I'm gonna have to. There's no pattern for this. I crocheted in the round a tube top, and I added straps, and that's my tank top. It's about as basic as you can get, and I used the baby yarn. This is a double crochet, and this took another week, so about 2 weeks of just my nighttime knit crochet and knitting time, the few episodes on TV, and you know, it's not hard. It's just that it was my first one. I didn't have a pattern, but now that I've done it, I can do the next one probably faster. But that is my summertime beach cover-up. I'm not quite sure if I'll be posting a picture of me wearing it. Probably not. But that's done, and I will be taking that with me to West Virginia because I want to show my niece. I said she is just learning up a storm, and she is doing really well on her own. Truth be told, she probably doesn't need my help at all, but I don't want her to think I'm not there for her and that she is in it on her own. So I'll let her know I'm interested and I'm here if she needs me. But there's that. Okay, I did my sweaters and my beach cover-up. I've done so much more. Like I said, I'll have to show you the rest when I go down to the wool shop. I spun another, and this is my beige heather Romney. I showed you that big ball of roving last time. So, and again, it's like a DK weight. I naturally spin that size. This is 506 yards, 2-ply. So plenty to finish that sweater, which I can't show you because I have not worked on my socks or my sweater. It is too hot. There was actually a couple nights where I just couldn't have anything sitting on my lap. It was just too hot. So that's why I got some spinning done. Let's see some of the stuff, some of the spins. Okay, I had a little bit left over. This is my little bits of everything left over. It's kind of cute. There's 60 yards, and this is Romney Angelina Merino Alpaca. So, I love the colors. And now these have already been spun, plied, and the twist has been set. I have a couple more over there that I'm not going to show you till next time because I've not set the twist in those yet. But 60 yards. See, you can't just throw that away. Just save it until you find something it goes with and then ply it. That's a couple stripes going on right there. Oh, I love this one. And it's spun up almost so even. Any hand spun though, you do get slightly thick and thin. With a lot of practice, it can be quite even. And this is looks pretty consistent. This is 430 yards. And this is Romney, Targhee, Alpaca, Merino, and Tinsel Top. Maggie, let me just get my dog real quick. Maggie, come here. He's a bulldog, and they make these snorty noises all the time. He's a senior bulldog, and so he makes snorting noises, but sometimes he can be quite annoying, so I try to get him to stop. This is, oh, nope, it don't help. So, browns and different shades of dark yellow, oranges, rusty browns. It's going to be very a tumble, very, very autumny, and with 430 yards. I have other browns out there that I've already spun in this size, and again, this is a DK weight. Very, very thin. I don't know if you can see it. So, yeah, but very soft. So, yeah, I have plenty to coordinate this with, so 430 yards is not a lot to do one thing with. It's not enough. But if you pair it with something, of course, I even have an orange. I could do like an orange pattern in it. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I love this. I managed to get all the sheepy smell out of it. But I love that one. Okay, something else, I found a bag, going through my stuff down there, I found a bag of my Leicester long wool that looks like I had apparently washed and destroyed a lot of the locks as far as keeping them whole for dyeing, but not like completely destroyed. So, not that one, this one. There is 166 yards of my Lincoln long wool, and this is a single ply, so I'm either, and it's I did wash this, but I can still feel the lanolin in it a lot. So, this will probably be either for an outer garment or a rug or a pillow cover. It's one ply. I could weave with it. Like I said, I'm not a weaver. Not that I don't want to, and the more and more it comes up, the more I want to do it. Again, if you're a weaver, contact me, please. Please. I will be more than willing to pay you to weave something up that I have spun. Now, this has been washed, and the twist has been set single ply, and it is very overspun. I'm learning to do just the single ply. Normally I undo some of that when I two ply. But it's very whimsical, very textured, um, very textured. So I think it'll be a very cute rug if I do that. Um, and because the staple is like 8+ inches, uh, very sturdy, very, very durable. I don't know, but I did use up, I did half a bag probably. Um, yeah, if you can see it behind me hanging on my ironing board, it's already been said. I just haven't wound it into a skein. That's another, what does that say? 72 yards of the same thing. So there's 166 and there's 72. I got fiber in my ball. um, which, you know, I could do. Oh, there it is. Fiber hazards. I could do rugs or an outer garment. Definitely, definitely could not wear this next to the skin. I wouldn't want to. Not even a hat. I think my forehead would be very irritated with this. It is a cream color. I've washed it and washed it and washed it. This is this is the color my sheep was. I love it. So I will show you what I make with that. I cannot wait. I think I'm going to love it so much. And I still have, like I said, half a bag. And I'm still going through stuff down the shop. So we'll see. Plenty to do a custom rug. Yeah. But there we go. And yeah, I can, look, my hands are still, I can still feel the lanolin coming out in it. It's going to be pretty awesome. Now, that being said, I may have purchased a couple of sheep. Just, you know, it happened. It happened. I didn't mean to. We went to the auction just to look around. And I seen some that just were screaming for help. I can't help myself sometimes. And a very overgrown, I could tell she was young. And she had babies, but her fleece was the lamb's fleece, and she'd had a baby. Also, this is the color, her fleece. Let's see if I can't open that up. I did a sample because I was just dying to see what it was going to be like. We immediately had to shear her because it's hot, and trim her toenails, and right now she's grazing on 10 acres with a couple of alpacas and a couple more sheep, and she's loving life. I'm calling her Cocoa Bean because she is, when we sheared her, she looks black. She is black, but sun bleaching heavily on the fleece. So you're getting browns and light blondes and blacks. So I don't know if I can you see the specks of color? So this is natural, which I love. I have no problem with the natural, but and I let it soak in the wash tubs with Dawn for a couple days, and it rained, and I can still kind of feel the lanolin in it. Super soft. I don't know what kind of sheep she is. We sheared her because we had to. Our roaming shearer has already left the area, so we sheared her and we got the fleece off. She's fine. The haircut that she received looks ridiculous. When it grows out a little bit, I'm going to be honest. We are not shearers. I got it off. No one got hurt. Although me and my husband may have lost our tempers once or twice, you know. Clearly she'd never been sheared before. And so I was supposed to be holding, he was shearing, and then we'd switch sides. That's why we don't shear. We did it as fast as possible. We got her cooled down and de-stressed in the back of the barn as fast as possible. It's just not a pretty shear job. So we're just going to give it a couple more weeks, and I may submit a I would appreciate it, but it's not necessary because I like her fleece. I love the color, the natural colors, super soft, a decent length, I would say about 3 inches. Um, but I could tell it was the baby fleece. I don't know how long it had been since she'd been, I don't think she'd ever been sheared. Being that she had a baby, I'm going to say she's somewhere between 2 and 2.5. Would not put her any older than that though. Because she still had the baby fleece on and had a baby. So there's that. We don't have any plans on breeding them. I did get one. I believe she's a Targhee, however you want to pronounce that. She's a cream color Targhee with a light brown face and legs. And I call her Uno because she's my first one. Because we sold the other ones. They were long wools and high maintenance. So I'm calling her Uno. And she's young. She's super young. She still has her baby fleece on. It's not long enough to shear. And we have probably 5 troughs full of water and fans going. She's good. It's not very long. I said she's really young. And the other one we're calling Cocoa Bean. And we may or may not acquire another one. But I said I have the 3 alpacas, and I have the cream colored Targhee, and then this darkish brown black one. I don't know what she is. She could be a cross for all I know, but it's super soft. And she's not overly, none of them are aggressive. They do run away from you unless you have feed. So they're just not used to being handled, so hopefully we fix that problem. But if not, they have a good life right now. Like I said, I will show you. I had to hurry up and I just had to see this because when we sheared her, I got a good Lord, probably a 50-gallon tote full of usable fiber. That's not counting the unusable bits. So plenty, and I washed it and took up the whole drying table, and there's plenty. This color is hard to come by. I absolutely love the natural shades. I'm thinking a sweater would be awesome. Very, very nice, very easy spin. I will be giving you more information on her later. So there's that from Cocoa Bean. Oh, that goes with that one. That's just my sample. I don't know. There's a lot down there to do. Like I said, I will be going down there next because I have made 10 more bats this week. I am trying desperately to get that done. And with the heat wave, we went from rain every day, like severe thunderstorm kind of rain, into this heat wave. And then everything in the garden started producing. So it's just like I've had no break since then. None. We're taking time off. Like I said, I've blanched things and I put them in the freezer and they're good to go until we get back. I have a few medical procedures that I have to get done. Hopefully it's not another 4 weeks. I keep saying that and it always is. So you know what? Today's July 31st. I would just wait 4 more weeks. It's probably when I'm going to be able to do another one anyway. So, because we have birthdays coming up. Mine, my daughter's, my husband. We're all August babies. So we're going to be pretty busy. Like I said, my name is Michelle Rom. And this is Independent Fiber Farmer. And you can find me on Instagram under Independent Fiber Farmer. On Facebook under Michelle Rom. Or, what's that? MJR's Equine and Fiber Farm. I still plan on advertising for a crafty group. But because we are off-grid and with the heat, I'm trying to wait till the weather's cooled down a little bit in September to start up this group for the building that I have planned to hold it in. Does not have AC. So I can run fans with the solar system, but you know, no AC. So I'm going to have to wait. But that will get started. I will advertise, and hopefully some people in the area will be interested. I would love to sit around and just do nothing while we knit and crochet and talk. So sounds like fun to me. Um, and to the 60 subscribers, thank you. My gosh, there's 60 of you. I never would have thought there were 60 people that cared to hear me ramble on and on and on once a month. So thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you come back and bring a friend. But until next time, and then we'll be actually in a little bit, I'm going down to the shop to show you what I've been doing. Until then, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later.